Hey, what's up, everybody? How are you? Welcome back. Let me just open up my phone. First off, just want to make sure, just in case anybody does send in an email, they can do so by submitting below. And I can see the chat room. But anyway, it looks a little quiet this morning, and that's kind of cool. So here's the deal. After I do the broadcast, like the main broadcast, when I come on and I do my little speech, after that, I will come on, and if anyone is here, in the chat room, I will chat for a few minutes. I'll talk. If anyone wants to, submit a question or a comment or say anything, they can do so right below the player in the main room. But, what I will do is I'll come on like this just for a few minutes, and if there is no live correspondence, I'll just end it so I can go on and do my day. Got a bunch of stuff to do today. But anyway, just to kind of touch base on today's topics of conversation. Very strong topics to me. Really, really strong topics. One, as we talked about the migration of life. I know people are going to think to themselves, they're going to say, what the hell does that have to do with my current life now? And we can't think like that. We cannot think about my life today. Of course, I have to think about my life today, but I have to think about my son, my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren, and I do personally, regardless whether you believe me or not, think about you, your kids, their future generations, and I think about this and I think, yeah, the sun is going to explode in 5 billion years. It's a very long time away. Chances are this planet will probably be wiped out by an asteroid between now and then, but regardless of the fact, in 5 billion years, our sun will die. So at some point, whether it's a disaster or just time for us to do it, because this is just what we're ready to do, we will migrate to another world. For goodness sakes, we're going to be putting people on Mars soon enough just to colonize there and test these things out. So it's such a strong subject to me because there are so many issues in the world today. There are so many bad things. There are so many things that we just base our daily lives on. Think of most of the people when you talk to them, most people are expressing, how are you? Ugh, this and this, and ugh, I got to do this, and ugh, did you hear about this, and ugh, this person is sick, and ugh, this person is sick. You turn on TV, and most TV shows are violence and stuff, and look, man, I love that stuff, Breaking Bad, Sons of Anarchy. I'm a glutton for entertainment, just like everybody else. But, it's what the primary things are out there. And the news and all this stuff, it's to the fact that when we hear a good story, when we read a good article, when the news does say something good, we look at it as like a rarity. How the hell can something good, how can us being good be a rare occasion that we all have to get excited about it? So that mindset, we have to stop with this over excessive acceptance and embracing of negative aspects of our lives, and death and horror and anger and fear and hatred. I've given up on social media because I've found out, and I've realized at this time, that it's all a crock. It's nonsense. For example, I can post a video of me doing something with my hobby or what I do, and hundreds of people can love it, 3 people can hate it. Now, some of us will read these comments and let our day be based on those 2 negative comments out of 100 great comments. We'll walk away that day and go, oh man, I'm a failure, I suck, these 2 people hate me. But what we'll also do is the flip. We'll see all these good comments and we'll go, oh my goodness, I'm great, oh my good, I'm gonna have a great day, I'm so happy, I'm so inspired and motivated. Those comments, good or bad, should not reflect a person's life. So we have to stop. That's what we've done now. We've let negative aspects, negative energy, negative entertainment, negative conversations. We've let this all become the normalcy of our life. That again, these good, rare occurrences are rare occasions. And we look at somebody who does something good. Oh, he's so nice. Oh, she's so nice. Oh, that was so amazing of them. Why are these rare? So, when I was talking about that migration of life, for me, that's a really, really important aspect is when we do migrate to another world. And we do have some type of a life unit that will be there as a source of education for these people. Well, how do we handle that? You know, we need to remove, I truly believe we need to remove, literally remove things from our existence like hate, fear, anger, war. We have to take these out of the process of education. So the future, you know, of course, we want the future to know what we've gone through and how hard it was for us to get here and all we had to do to get here. No, we don't. They don't need to know about the thousands and hundreds of thousands and millions of lives that have been murdered by every culture and every civilization and every religion and every government on this planet in the pursuit of power, technology, and superiority. We don't need to take any of that and bring it someplace else. We need to forget that, and we need to only look ahead and make tomorrow a better world. Forget yesterday. I forget my grandparents, I forget my parents' world because they made mistakes that I am living in, condoning, and contributing to in my life today. This has to stop, this entire way of life. So, the migration of life to me, even though I will be long dead, probably long dead before we really migrate to another world like I talked about. But to me, it doesn't matter. I don't care if it happens 1,000,000 years from now. It's one of the most important things in my life. And the other topic we talked about today, I'll look at the chat room in a second. I saw Gordon type something in there, I think, and I'll check the email. The other thing that's really important to me is the vision of our reality. You know, I'm not going to get into this today because we'll talk about this, but you know, the Roman Catholic Church is changing their entire view structure on extraterrestrial intelligence. They are probably going to be the ones to reveal to the world the involvement and acceptance of aliens as being a fact. No government. It will probably be the Roman Catholic Church. There's all sorts of things going on to manipulate and modify the world tomorrow, and they're preparing today for it. And hopefully many people are hip to this. But my point was the vision of reality. You know, like I said, you know, when we ask, oh, well, where are we and how did we get here and how did God create this? You know, if God is an all-knowing being, if God knows everything there ever is and ever was and ever will be, then that means man had to be here to experience it. God couldn't know everything and everything there ever was and everything there ever is if it didn't happen and wasn't existed. So here we are all contributing and putting everything we do into our lives out into the cloud. And I'm talking about the internet, the ethernet, the universe. Our thoughts, our signals, our transmissions, we put this all out into space. All this information is out in the universe. It's in cyberspace. So now we jump forward 10 years, 20 years, 100 years, 1,000 years, 1,000,000 years. All of this information that we've collected in that process is all in those same places. The cloud, the universe, it's out there. Now, when we create these new worlds, all of that information will be able to be transferred into these new worlds. So, what is God? How did God create anything? What is our concept and perception of God, and how can we look at that for the world tomorrow to make it make sense? So, if God has to know everything by man experiencing it, and we will in turn one day evolve to the point of creating the technology that will in turn create universes. And we're going to have a great topic on this, on the contingency of life. There's 2 ways universes are created, and it's absolutely beautiful. But if we look at all of this, then we have to think of a nice, perfect, harmonious loop where man would create the technology, and that technology in turn would create life and be the source of life. So almost God creates man and man creates God, or God creates man and man creates the unit that is God or becomes God, and that in turn creates the universe and gives birth to all life and all knowledge and all of existence. It's actually a very cool concept when you think about it. But if we keep on creating negative experiences and we keep on condoning governments that just really don't care about you, if we keep accepting and condoning this entire existence of our world today, materialistic objects, the pursuit of money. It's just beyond maddening. It's beyond maddening. If we keep doing this, and this is what we keep putting out there, and this is what we keep feeding, and this is the information, and it's going to get worse and worse and worse, horror, and more treachery and deceit and betrayal, and all these things are going to keep happening, then that means when we start creating new universes, and when those new universes start creating new universes within themselves, that information, that negative aspect of life, is what's going to be based in these universes. And if it's the majority of it, then it's the majority of it. We have to, as a species, stop this. Now, I said a few weeks back that regardless if you're Christian or Muslim or Jewish, you should be able to get along, because here's the deal. Here's the plain, simple truth. What you see, what you experience, and what you feel, and what you believe is your reality. The same as I said, those negative comments or positive comments shouldn't affect you. They shouldn't affect you. Only what you experience, see, and feel for yourself and feel inside is what should affect you. I'm losing my train of thought, sorry. I really lost my train of thought. It's okay, it happens. That's what happens when we're live. I'll get back on it. But anyway, I'll get back to my subject in a second. Give me a minute. Shit. Somebody I hear Gordon tell me, what the hell was I thinking of? What was I saying? But anyway, if we keep on creating negative aspects like that, if that's what we keep putting out there, that's what we're going to keep on creating. I have to try and get back on my train of thought here. I'm so sorry. I really wanted to make that point. I don't know. I lost it. It might come to me in a minute. But anyway, look. What we're doing in our world today is really bad. And like I said, there's so many good things. I agree there are so many good things. I have a great life. I love my life. I love my family. I love my friends. I love doing what I do. But, we really have to change as a species. We really do. Oh, I remember what I was going to say now. See, there you go. The religious factor. It doesn't matter, because what you're experiencing is your reality. What you experience, you take into your brain and you store it, okay? We'll have a conversation about when you transmit your information, sleeping, dreaming. When you transmit that out there, you're putting that experience into the universe, into creation, into the system, into God, into everything there is, okay? It has to know what it is like to experience this. So chances are it will either create this world at some point for us to experience, or your reality, your vision of reality, what you really believe, is just what you really believe. The negative aspect, though, like I said, if your religion or your chosen faith or your belief condones war or condones the death of another human being, then you have to think to yourself logically, and today, the way we are as an intelligent species, that was put in there a long time ago, not by your creator, not by your God, but by man that was trying to manipulate and control people. So, if we just remove that little hatred, that little bigotry and fearful aspect of our religions, the death of other species, then all of our religions are beautiful. And nobody has to really change everything. We should be able to sit at a table, every single religion, and just listen to the stories and beliefs of our religion and honor it, because we know the underlying aspect is getting along, experiencing, sharing, caring, and loving everyone on this planet and the planet itself and everything out there. If we accepted that as a basis of all religions, that's truly what God's message is to experience and love and not hurt a living being or this world or any other world, then all religions can truly get along, and they'll all be real. They're all real because it is your experience that matters only. Not letting what others are thinking, feeling, expressing alter that. Now, it's very contradictory to what I'm saying right now, right? You see, I'm not here to tell you your government is bad. I'm not here to tell you your church is wrong. I'm only here to express that I do believe governments have been corrupted for such a long time that the only way to truly change it is to make that change in voting, like I spoke about last week. The other thing is religions have been written at a time when man didn't truly understand what was going out there. Science has helped validate many aspects of religion, and religion has actually given science validity for me. The two are the truth, and they were separated to keep us a simple, dumbed down, cattle-driven, enslaved species. So I'm not condemning anyone's religion or government, and I'm expressing a lifelong pursuit of thoughts, ideas that I have personally had. And this is my experience. So the vision of reality for me is everything I'm expressing here. This is my world, and the one thing that I know I have always wanted to do with my life is connect with every person out there. When I was a kid, I used to think that that was just the silliest thing. I mean, I was born in 1968, so I come from a time when there was color television and rotary phones. No beepers, no VCRs, none of that, no cable, no cell phones, nothing like that. No DVDs, we had cassette tapes and records, 45 vinyl records. Okay, so that's the technology that we had back in my day. So since then, I used to say, I really, what do you want to do? What do you want to be when you grow up? I would love to be able to talk to everybody on the planet at the same time. Those are verbatim. You can ask friends of mine that I have had since I'm 3 years old. I have a friend, Craig. I've known him for over 44 years. Many friends that I've known for a long time. And I've always said that I want to speak to everyone on the planet at the same time. Now, we used to think that that was an impossibility, and it is an impossibility. We can't speak to everybody on the planet at the same time. Although when Obama was elected, it was the first time in history that the entire world was watching who we elected for a president, and they were celebrating and cheering in the streets. I had so much faith. I really thought it was all going to happen then. So, I can talk to you. And you can go out tomorrow and you can run into 3 people of a different denomination or somebody of a different ethnicity in a store. And maybe you'll just have a pleasant conversation with that person because of something we spoke about today. Maybe tonight when you turn on your TV and you see somebody sticking a razor blade in somebody's neck, you'll think to yourself, really? What does this have to do with my life, and how is this even benefiting me? Maybe when you turn on a news channel and you hear them talking about just some disastrous, horrible stuff going on in your neighborhood, you'll write in and tell them to shut up. Honestly. We could do these simple things. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. But again, this is my communicating with the world. This is me expressing what I think and feel. And I'm going to be writing, I was going to say a book, but as I've been writing and writing and writing, it's going to be turning out to just, it's probably going to be something that's never ending. I'm going to be making a lot of changes in my life and what I do in my life, and I'm absolutely ready and prepared for this. And so let me see. Let me just stop wasting time now. I got to build some garden boxes today. And so let's see what we've got here. I see Gordon. All right, let's go down here. Hot topics today. Human nature has a lot of destructive tendencies. We destroy all our worlds. Negativity. Tolerance, acceptance, and logic go a long way. Yeah, they do. But tolerance, I think we've been tolerant enough. And I'm not saying anything should be done in a violent war. You see people out there. There are groups out there doing so many destructive things in the name of their religion and in the name of freedom and fighting that it's not the way to go. The people can unite, and we can make changes, and we can express our voice incredibly loud and incredibly crystal clear without ever raising a fist. And that is exactly what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to find a way, just a common ground, a place for people to get together where we can express a commonality, where we all understand we were raised on faiths that do have just wrong information and wrong beliefs in them, and they obviously were written by flawed people, scared people who didn't know any better. And we all know our governments is a small little group of people who are, just living a life under this notion that, when they die, they're going to take all this with them to the celestial world, and it's going to make a difference. And in doing so, we're basically treated like really good, expensive cattle. Yeah, some people have great, high-paying jobs and beautiful homes, but you're born, and at 5 years old, you're in school. You get out of school when you're 19, then you go to school some more into your mid-20s or late 20s, and then you go and you get up every single day from 9 to 5, if you're lucky, Monday through Friday. If not, you're going to be working almost round the clock, 6 to 7 days a week. You do all this, you do it, and you keep doing it so you can buy materialistic objects and keep collecting them and buy a bigger home, and you do this until we're so old and so tired and so brittle that you get your golden watch, and then you get about 5 to 10 years to collect Social Security, the money your government withheld from you throughout your slavery life, so they can socially secure you and make sure you can still be a functioning, contributing member to their society forever. That's what they do. And you're going to tell me that this is we have free will. When I hear those words, I used to be a big fan of the show Ancient Aliens, and that Giorgio, whatever the hell his last name is, he said, people think we're an enslaved race, but we have free will, so we're not. He's an idiot. Flat out idiot, and the guy shouldn't be on TV for more than 2 seconds. I lost every bit of respect for this guy. He's talking about the biggest part of human history and how we're not told this and we're lied and deceived. But then he's expressing we all have free will. He's a moron. So anyway, and he's all about a paycheck and expressing a funky hairdo to attract you to watch his silly show that has been repeating information for years now. So anyway, let me not get on a tangent, because that's not what this is really about. But we, the human species, is most definitely a deceived and manipulated species and race, and we are most definitely under a form of enslavement. You have to pay for an apple. You have to pay for a glass of water. If you don't eat. If you can't contribute to the powers that be, you will not have a place to sleep and raise your family. Absolutely unacceptable. All right? So, listen, morning, Andy, I see you right there, my man. Let me check the email real quick. I think it's pretty much empty. And then I'm going to wrap it up, guys. And whoever might be watching. There's a few people watching right now, a couple of people. So, yeah, listen. Again, the point of unity of one is for all of us to get together. And I'm sorry I went off on that little Giorgio rant there, but I really used to enjoy that show, and I used to enjoy hearing their theories and concepts. But when I heard that line come out of his mouth, it just to me appeared to be a sellout. That's the kind of thing somebody would say in that position to deceive people. So, he lost all validity for me. Honestly, he really did. So, but anyway, listen, everyone, I want you all to go and have an absolutely fantastic day, have a fantastic week. Connect with your friends and family, and more importantly, aside from your friends and family, try and connect with strangers. Literally, when you go to the supermarket and you're at the checkout line, say, hey, how you doing, to the cashier. And when he or she says, oh yeah, I'm good, say, yeah, that's good. I hope everything's working out well for you. Just express some message of a true concern and care in a positive way for them. Don't go, oh yeah, rough day, I know, grinding away, trying to make another dollar. Don't express a negative message like that. You know, just say something for them to let them know that they're a good person and somebody good recognizes that. You know what I mean? It's really simple to make that little pebble turn into a big ripple, turn into a great big tsunami of happiness, not a bad tsunami. Listen, everyone, I'll see you guys all later. Gordon, thanks so much. Andy, thanks so much. Whoever is possibly watching, thanks so much. And whoever clicks play on this, you know, I really appreciate it. I really do. And if you want to do one further, share this, share the episode. Some of these are on the YouTube channel. There is a YouTube channel, and there is a Facebook group for Unity of One. And I've had that free username and password going on out there, Unity, and the password's been VIP. That'll still be like that for a couple of weeks. And then if anybody wants to be a member here, they're more than welcome to do so. And if anybody doesn't want to be a member, they are still more than welcome to watch every Sunday live. Okay, so listen, everyone have a great day. I'll see you soon.